So minimal bass is very hot at the moment, and I'm gonna show you step by step how to create that sound. Let's go. So I'm gonna use one of our kicks first for my new sample pack. Minimal bass and tag volume 1. Okay, let's use this one for now. And I'm gonna make a very simple pattern. Something like this with the double kick. I'm always dragging the volume down of this double kick a little bit. So let's work on, let's say 132. I like to work in the faster BPMs, as you guys might know. So I'm gonna grab one of the top loops. Okay, let's grab this one for now. And what I like to do is work in the repitch mode, because the repitch mode is not affecting the sound itself. So you didn't hear like the stretchiness, and you didn't hear like the stutter clicks if you work in the beat mode, which I usually do when I'm working with drums and stuff. But I really like to use the repitch mode, so it's only just slightly pitching up the sound or pitching down the sound. Depends on if you're just speeding up the sound or slowing down the sound. But in this case, just kind of speeding it up, so you just hear like a little bit of a pitch different, but it's no problem, it works. So right now I'm gonna use Serum, and I'm gonna make a sound from scratch, a bass sound. And I like to use a basic shape. Then I think that I'm gonna use like a simple sawtooth. I'm gonna make myself a super simple pattern. This genre has a lot of like these offbeat rhythms, like dun 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 dun, which is really working. It sounds very, very drivey, very groovy. So I'm gonna make something real quick. Something like this. Okay, and now I'm gonna turn the octaves down -2. And I'm gonna add the filter. I'm gonna put the envelope here to the cutoff, and then I'm gonna adjust it a tiny bit. I'm gonna shape the sound a little bit. I'm gonna set the voicing to mono, because when I make presets, like bass presets, I'm always putting this to mono, because otherwise you will have like that the notes will overlap to each other, and it sounds very bad, very messy. So always the mono when you make bass presets. Add some drive. And I'm gonna make myself a macro knob to automate it like in one knob. So I'm gonna set this to the cutoff. So the next thing that I'm gonna add is a hyper dimension, and I'm gonna use this 3D preset. So it's very wide right now, but we're gonna fix that later. Maybe a tiny bit of delay on ping pong mode. Not sure I'm gonna use this, but yeah, that kind of works. Maybe some distortion. Yeah, this one works. I think I'm gonna keep it like this, and now I'm gonna add some post-processing on the sound. So first thing I'm gonna do is add some mid-side EQ, because I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of frequencies right here that are in a stereo, which we want to have in mono, because low frequencies needs to be mono, like the very low frequencies. Yeah, we added this hyper dimension, so that means that the sound will be wider. And this frequency here needs to be mono, so that's the reason why I add this mid-side EQ. And this is making everything mono. We only want to have these frequencies, like here, mono. Because we want to have these frequencies right here in stereo. You can also do this with the utility and then use this bass mono thing, and then you can just set here the area that you want to have mono. But I want to show you it physically, so next thing is sidechain. And what I like to use is a drum bus to make the sound more aggressive. and maybe a Oxford inflator. Check how it sounds together. What I think that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of a frequency boost here on the kick to make it more aggressive. Might be a bit too much now. It's way better. Okay, this is like the first idea of our drop. Now I'm gonna make a small arrangement already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this thing twice as long, and I'm gonna turn off the kickstart here. Gonna add some, like a few things to give this some tension towards a drop. A little bit of a frequency automation, maybe. And then turn the device off when it drops in. Next thing that I'm gonna do is a reverb automation on the sound. By the way, the reason why I turned off the kickstart too here is like there's no kick playing here on this part, so we don't need sidechain, because sidechain is only necessary on the bass when the kick and bass are playing together. So to make space for the kick, of course. So right now here's no kick playing, so it's better if you turn off the sidechain here. What I'm gonna do with the reverb is I'm gonna set this to 100%. I'm gonna make a group, press these two buttons, or like what is like 4 or 3 stripes, I don't know what it is. An audio effect track, create chain, and I'm gonna automate this reverb. I'm gonna map this macro to macro 1, and now I can just automate this very easily. So, and this is only the dry signal, so it's just blending in with the original sound, so it's not affecting the sound. And then when it drops in, I want to go back. Oh. And gonna turn the decay all the way open. So it's actually the endless smell, but check how it sounds. Maybe I want to have a little bit of a portamento. I like to use these macro knobs with the filter cutoff a little bit here and there, also on the drop, because otherwise, because it's like very like offbeat and a little, it starts to sound boring if you just repeat that over and over again. But with some cutoff automations, it will make the track way more interesting. I'm gonna do this like randomly, like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And of course in the build-up I want to go fully open like this. I'm also gonna use some delay automations on the drum loop here. So these small details really make your track sound better. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is like a response sound to this. So I'm gonna automate, I'm gonna duplicate this MIDI. Gonna do some random notes. And I think that I'm gonna duplicate it one more time. And then I'm gonna do the same thing, but then with another sound. I'm gonna make the sound first. I wanna have like a robotic sound. So I'm gonna use one of these wavetables. Gonna add this envelope here to the wavetable position. Maybe some chorus to make it wider. Cut out the low frequencies. something like this, and then maybe here, the second sound, like a heavy saw or something like that. 16 voice of unison on both oscillators, and then I'm gonna play with the fine tuning on both of them to make it sound more old school and analog. Maybe less voice of unison. I think this needs some multiband compression. Yeah, something like this. Do the same thing with the delay. Maybe higher. So this shall be a good call and response, I think. Let me check how it sounds together, I don't know. It's quite dope. Make a small variation. I don't know. Quite sick, actually. We check the beginning first. Maybe it's nice if I'm gonna do the same thing with the reverb here. With this thing, gonna duplicate it, and then I'm gonna check this knob. Go like this. Can do this as well. Oh, that's very sick, actually. Yeah, it works. Quite sick, actually. So this is just pure to show you guys how you can create that sound. If you like this kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.